XRP. So what exactly is going on with it? Am I still buying? Am I still holding? Am I still bullish? Let's talk about that in this video. If you guys press that like button, you know? Now, all jokes aside, XRP is one of the most requested topics in my comment section, besides all the ISO 20022 coins, XDC, QNT, HBAR, a lot of those coins people would like me to talk about. And let's start off by saying I still hold XRP, HBAR, QNT, XDC, XLM, you name it. Most of the coins I talk about on the channel, I don't really sell, and I definitely almost never sell all of it. I just might not buy more of them as much as previously. Whereas, for example, a couple months back, or let's say a year ago, I was buying a ton of XRP. At some point, I quit that to buy riskier and riskier altcoins to also, in this part of the market, make more profit. And everybody's end goal with that might be different. Some buy riskier things to basically try flip it into more gains, to basically buy more of the crypto that you really like and believe in. Some others would just like to buy and trade more crypto to have money on the side to do things with whatever, so you can keep your holdings and whatever you believe in for the long term. The way I personally see it is you have two sides of a coin. On the one hand, you've got yourself your HODLs, your undervalued and valued type of gems. And on the other, you have momentum type of plays where whatever's hot, you buy because it will go hotter. It's going to go harder because it's hot, right? On the other side, you have things that have not gone yet, but you believe will. XRP falls in the bracket of I still think it'll go wild when altcoins run, but it's not been hot in a while, so I'm not focusing on it right now until, in my humble opinion, XRP breaches the dollar mark and starts getting momentum in. Just like how people kind of were on Bitcoin for a while until right now was basically vouched for by BlackRock, etc. Getting into the halving, really starting to gear back up. I think maybe at like 40,000 people started believing, ooh, yeah, the bear market's over, the bull run is really back. And I kind of related back to XRP by saying, even though I think, right, personal thoughts, and I saw some hate videos on the internet using my likelihood here, but I personally think it'll still go past $10 this run. It's been a waiting game, and for that reason, I'm not buying more, and I haven't for a while, as I said. It's just, to me, it makes more sense to go for whatever's hot for the short term, to get these spikes going, get the dopamine rushes, but also because it just makes the most sense. Well, in the back end, I've still got my XRP stashed. And I've always said this, I don't blame you for selling something that's not moving to go for something that's going quicker, because in a bull market, you have a limited amount of time. And sometimes, even though you know something is great, what if the manipulation on the short term is greater? I see all the comments. Some people say, Dusty, you're a freaking fool for supporting XRP. Some people say, sell that garbage, never talk about it again. Some people say, on the opposite side, of don't shit talk so much about XRP. So whatever I say here, you can never do it right for all the people. So what I just do is share with you what I personally think, and thus far, it's made everybody that's following my strategies crazy sums of money, but I'm not your advisor. I'm not a guru of sorts. We just have experience in the crypto space for the last 10 years, talking about all these cryptos for 7.5 years straight on this channel. And so we just know a lot about it. Can you imagine? I've made 6,000 nearly videos about crypto stuff. And the cycle, it's always the same. It works in the same manner. So I'm explaining my thoughts and processes. And if you try to deny that by saying, no, you know better, you know exactly what there's no harsh feelings between us. Do what you think is best. I'm just sharing my thoughts. When it comes to XRP, I personally expect, let's put that forward, $10 in XRP as a baseline, but it needs to cross the dollar mark to get momentum going. Right now, a lot of people are skeptical and don't feel like it's a smart idea to go for it. But I will add that many coins have all of a sudden started popping off recently. BNB, for example, did not pop off for a very long time, but all of a sudden is getting sudden, steady momentum going. But I have another one for you in that bracket. This is a coin I talked about a long time ago. If you've been in my Telegram for a while, you'd know this. If you aren't yet, join my Telegram. I sometimes share beautiful things. If I have some insights that I heard around, living basically, I try to share them in there. But we talked about this a while back, and it actually didn't do well for the longest amount of time. So a lot of people thought perhaps I was an idiot for sharing it and for buying into it, because perhaps the price only went sideways, right? Similar to XRP. This is the yearly chart. Sideways, 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 with a slightly downward bias. So people thought I was stupid, and I understand. But all of a sudden right now, you can see how the gains are coming. And I said before as well, perhaps this is it. This is where things come back turning around. But most of the time, when it starts going like this, it just keeps running for a while. And with XRP, I expect a similar sort of move where right now it's just kind of, honest truth, right? Kind of garbage. It really hasn't done a lot of crazy pumps in a while. It's just been a steady uptrend though. If you look back at it, a year back, it's about doubled in that price band. So it's done okay. But it's just the moment that it starts going that it's going to go wild, just like back here in 2017. And partially just like back here in 2021, where, yeah, you might say it didn't go too high or to the high you wanted, but it went relatively quickly. You can see how long it went sideways and kind of downwards for here, right? And all of a sudden there was one spike, okay, cool. But the moment it went spiking here, or perhaps here, you can see how quick it went from the, let's say 40s of cents to roughly $2 in the span of just a few days. Now, perhaps there was some, I remember February, there was a massive FOMO wave, a FOMO pump. I don't remember exactly what this crazy spike was all about. I do remember here there was anticipation of a Coinbase listing, which also points out just how crazy times can get in full bull market season, as the price went from roughly like 20 cents to $4 in the span of nothing. And right now they've been freed by the SEC and still haven't gone for a massive run, but I still believe it will happen. Remember though, guys, most altcoins are not anywhere close to all-time high just quite yet, except for Bitcoin, but that's not an altcoin. It's the main coin that's basically setting highs right now. Most alts, they're still down, as you can see here. XRP 84% down, Dogecoin 75% down, Polkadot 81% down. You can kind of go on that list here. ICP 98% down. It's not a good example. Aptos 34% down, IMX 64% down. And yes, some are there at all-time highs, but a lot of them aren't still. And I think most of these will beat the all-time high by a lot. But in the meantime, you can go for whatever's working, for whatever's getting into price discovery territory. The reason I've got such a massive Beam long open, right, is not because Beam is my #1 coin. It's because I noticed Beam just launched a massive game. They're in a hot spot right now. Let me show you. It's actually not a big trade at all for me, but it is really, really nice and bullish. It's going to be mirrored, but for example, we opened a trade and I've already taken profit on it, but you can see it's in roughly 280% profit, which right now, after taking profit already, is in, let's see, roughly $7,000 worth of profit still, for just in case it started running. So it's only a few $1,000s that we put in, but still $7,000 worth of profit, which is not too bad. And again, I have similar numbers on most of my longs here over on Bybit because I'm long in nearly everything. The only one I wish I longed instead of just bought is Gala, because I just made a post over on my Twitter, as you guys probably know, saying Gala was going to go for a massive run. I didn't go long, I just bought it though, and now the price is roughly, I think, almost doubled in a day or two. I think it's up 50-60% today, back to 7.1 cents. And again, I talked about it here at 4.3 just 2 days ago. Now, I will add, XRP has been doing a lot in the background, and they're making big steps. But you got to also understand, these guys want what's best for XRP over prolonged periods of time, especially if they're going public, etc. They're looking out for it, but they're not in a hurry. These guys know the crypto space probably even better than we do, especially if I'm looking at guys like David Schwartz or so. And trust me when I say, they could make the price do some pretty juicy numbers on the short term if they wanted to. But I like to believe they've got, again, call me stupid for saying this, but I believe they've got a little bit of a longer term strategy in mind to make sure it's all sustainable, to make sure it's all smart, and perhaps comes into play that they want to wait a little bit before Bitcoin, for example, goes into good price discovery mode. Altcoins, you know, the bigger ones start really running, and then all of a sudden they're going to turn on the XRP jets and let it go wild. But perhaps I'm mistaken. But that's what seems logical to me. Once more, at the meantime though, if you're not making juicy profits on XRP, if you put all your money to one coin, you're not the same as me, because I would never do that. I think that's really not a good choice, not a good investment decision. If you're all in on something, you might as well not watch any video, might just sit in your basement, because you can't do anything anymore, right? The whole point is to pivot whenever something's hotter than the other and to keep playing the game, which is why I think a lot of people should be paying attention to these videos, because the reason I update every single day is because I might change my strategy. Let's say you make $1 million here today, you might make another $1 million here tomorrow, or there, or there. If you're only stuck in one thing, only focusing on one, you're gonna miss out on 1,000 other opportunities. Stacks, for example, right? I just made a video talking about all my top coins. Stacks just keeps performing like crazy. Let me show you if I still have my stacks long open. I think I have. Guys, how could I can't? Oh, this is. Let me. Here we go. It's in roughly 800% worth of profit. Let me just show you a few actually. So we've got our Bitcoin, but this is a longer one, right? We've got the Bitcoin long. Can I show you? Roughly, let me actually turn our screen around so you can see it better. If I flip it horizontally, there you go. So we've got our Bitcoin long at roughly 500% profit. I'll just show you a few. This is all over on Bybit, of which you can, by the way, get a free trade down below. This is the stacks long. There we go, 768%, which is not too bad. Here is the render long, which is, I guess, worse, but 250% still. And the reason I did this is because I was like, 3x long. I prefer to have a 3x long open than just buying it because I think they'll run pretty quickly. This one has been open for a long time, so don't count this one as much. You can see 620%, but it's because we knew what we were up to. Fetch, again, a very, very low leverage long because I prefer to have a low leverage long that could just keep open for a while, but still 340%. So basically 170% since I bought. And then, of course, as I said before, there's Beam at roughly 280%, just to name some examples. And, kind of funny, but we still have got our stream trade, which, by the way, right now is in, let me show, there you go, is in okay, press the button, give me a second, is in 1,400% worth of I have to put my face out, otherwise it can't focus. 1,440% worth of profit, or roughly 20K, I think. 20,000 worth of profit. And this is actually with like $1,500 that we did that, which is kind of funny, but it makes you realize if you plan your things right, you can turn $1,000 into like $100,000 over a bull run for sure. Because once more, this is just $1,000 that we turned into 20-something thousand. And it was all because I kind of trusted you guys in the stream to go long, and I forgot I had it open. That's the power of bull markets. It just keeps going up. It never comes back down. And so you keep making money. Stacks is up 9% in an hour here, going amazing. And I just bought myself some cool Bitcoin things as well, meaning that I bought some Bitcoin ordinals. Basically, I've just been buying some stuff today because if Bitcoin goes to price discovery mode, I think a lot of that stuff will do well. If you guys want a guide on that, let me know by pressing the like button. I've also been enjoying this 100%, can I show you? Passion fruit drink. It's actually madness, the fact that it's like 100% passion fruit, so it's like only freaking little seeds. Not sure why I'm telling you that actually. Anyway, when it comes to XRP, my plans are greater, and I'm willing to wait. I have not sold any, and that's crazy for me, right? Oh, not sure why that turned off. I want to say that's crazy for me because I sell a lot of things all the time to buy new things and to keep circulating it. But the fact that I haven't sold XRP, okay, it might just want to turn off for now. Maybe the battery is having some issue. Anyway, I should make you realize I'm still rooting for a lot of these top coins to go nuts. And the side, I'm just buying every single altcoin I keep talking about, and it just keeps working because it just makes too much sense. If you guys want more videos talking about which coins I'm looking into, let me know down below. But I think for right now, we're good because, yeah, everything's freaking running. So that's about it.